Hi, my name is Abdul Ahad, and today's date is July 16th, 2025. Today I'm going to talk about an article which is the title Genetics-Based Methods for Agriculture, Insect Pest Management, and it's written by Nina Alfie and Michael Bonsall. The article dives into how modern genetics is being applied to control insect pests in agriculture, a topic that's not only is scientifically fascinating, but also crucial for global food security. So let me walk you through some of the core ideas. First, the authors explain how traditional pest control methods like chemical insecticides are becoming less ineffective, mainly due to insects developing resistance. That's where genetic-based strategies come in. One of the key methods discussed in the sterile insect technique, or also known as the SIT. It's like a method where mass-reared male insects are sterilized and then released into the environment to mate with wild females, but no offspring are produced. So over time, the population kind of just drops. So now here is where it gets interesting, because instead of using radiation to sterilize the insects, modern genetics has made it possible to create genetically modified insects that carry a dominant lethal gene. So this means like the offspring die before reaching adulthood. So in some versions, like the gene only affects females, or which makes it even more efficient because only males are able to survive to pass the gene forward. Another big issue the article tackles is resistant management, especially with BT crops. Like crops that are genetically modified to produce like insect killing toxin. Uh, these crops are great, but over time, like pests can develop resistance to the toxin. So for that, the authors like propose a solution, releasing like genetically modified like BT susceptible male insects to the environment. These males like dilute the resistant genes basically in the wild population, slowing down or even reversing the spread of resistance. Also, the article talks about how mathematical modeling is used to predict the outcomes of other like these genetic strategies, including how many insects need to be released and how often they need to be released to make an actual difference. These models like help scientists like test ideas before like implementing them in the real field. One part I would say that I've found especially important in the discussion uh, is the discussion on regulations and public perception. So releasing genetically modified insects raises concerns, obviously, and there needs to be like strong scientific, ethical, and social planning, right, before the field implementation. So personally, I found this article incredibly like thought provoking. It made me like realize that genetic like engineering isn't just about like GMOs in food. It's also about using science like to reduce pesticide use, like protect the crops and like also like help farmers. I appreciate how authors present the pros and the potential like challenges, especially around like the regulation and the public trust. I think with proper oversight and education, these genetic like based tools can be a game changer for like sustainable like agriculture. Um, Thank you for listening to me and have a good night. Thank you.